Okay? Alright. The next thing we're going to talk about is volume. Now, volume is the amount of space that something takes up. Okay? So, if we have 1 liter, this is the commonly used metric volume. It's not the SI volume. I will talk about that just a little bit. But the original definition of a liter was a box that was 1 decimeter on a side. Now, we don't use decimeters anymore. It's what we call an archaic prefix. But that's equivalent to 10 centimeters. So the volume of this box, which is 1 liter, is 10 centimeters. Now this is a cube, and the volume of a cube is any side to the 3rd power. So this is 10 centimeters to the 3rd power, which is 1,000 centimeters cubed. Now I will address the centimeters cubed thing. This is correctly how it's written. But you think about centimeters cubed. What are the first letters for that? C and C. This is 1,000 cc's. cc's means cubic centimeters. Okay? So this equals 1,000 centimeters cubed, which is equal to 1,000 cc's. Now, let's take a trip down memory lane to chapter 2, when we learn prefixes of SI units. And we had something called a milliliter. Remember that? What is a milliliter? Well, it turns out that there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. Because milli means 1,000 times smaller. So, that equals 1,000 cc's. And since they are both equal to 1 liter, they're equal to each other. That's called the transitive property in mathematics. That means 1,000 milliliters equals 1,000 cc's, which means 1 milliliter equals 1 cc. We're not going to use cubic inches. We're not going to use cubic feet or anything like that. Now, here's the other important thing about that. 1 decimeter is also 0.1 meters. So the volume of that cube can also be 0.1 meters to the 3rd power, which is 0.001 cubic meters. And we know that 1 liter equals 0.001 cubic meters. So what if I want to know how many liters are in 1 cubic meter? Then I would divide both sides by 0.001. And we get 1,000 liters equals 1 cubic meter. And there is another way of converting volumes. So, now to give you some perspective as to how big that is, a liter is, well, we buy sodas in 2 liter containers. So take half of that and then multiply that by 1,000, you got a gigantic volume. That is the SI unit for volume, cubic meters. So you're going to see liters and cubic meters a lot when we talk about volumes. Okay, but gallons can be used, and quarts can be used, and pints, and cups, and all that fun stuff that you enjoyed so much back then. So let's talk about the problem that we have in the script about wanting to know how many cubic meters there are in 25 liters. So we start with 25 liters times fraction line, and we said that 1 cubic meter is equal to 1,000 liters. So that means you can take 25 divided by 1,000, cancel out the liters, and we get 0.025 cubic meters. So this is all about converting, whether it's addition, subtraction converting, or multiplication, division converting. Make sure you use the right formula for it. So, your practice problems. Right there. Convert these temperatures and volumes. Have fun.